he's the best I ever played. And I ever saw. Of course, on hard. On clay, a little bit different. But on hard, he was playing for me. Honestly, 2017, for a while, was the best level of his career.
Really?
For me, yes. Against Novak, I don't have that feeling.
Rafael Nadal, who was guest in Andy Roddick's podcast, talked about Roger Federer and why their rivalry was more attractive than that against Novak Djokovic during the Big Three era. Who was harder to beat? Who is the GOAT? Why Djokovic never seemed to receive the same love and respect as they did, and more.
I want to talk about the three of you. I don't think any of you would be as good as you ended up being without being pushed by the other two. You come along and the lefty and the spin, all of a sudden he has to get better because for the first time he has to protect this pocket up top. Conversely, that spin mechanism that you create, Novak all of a sudden is the first person who can knock that down consistently and find the space in the court and either actually maybe hurt you here or find your backhand over and over.
From the Big Three, only Novak Djokovic is still active on the tennis court. The Serb is still fighting for the 25th Grand Slam of his career, and he will try to achieve it in the current season. Roger Federer has been retired for some time. Rafael Nadal hung up his racket last year. During the podcast, he explained what was really like playing against Federer and Djokovic on that court.
The rivalry with Roger was a little bit more, attractive for the fans. With Roger, I think the strategy was more clear. I was trying to do one thing, he was trying to do the other thing. Honestly, 2017, for a while, was the best level of his career.
Really?
For me, yes. In terms of, you felt that you were in his hands. Of course, on hard. On clay, a little bit different, but on hard. And against Novak, I think it's a little bit different. I think against Novak was a little bit, we can have a strategy, but at the end is about, I need to play very well. I need to play very well all the time. And we don't play the same style, of course, but it's not a clear strategy that against Roger, I will damage him against his backhand. Against Novak, I don't have that feeling. The feeling is I need to play very well for a long time and know that I had to adjust things. No, I can't play too many times against his backhand, especially high balls, because then he takes the ball quicker and puts you in a very difficult position. So I started to use the slice more against him. Sometimes worked me well, and sometimes against Novak was good to play to the middle. To don't give him a lot of angles. I think with Novak, when you are able to open him, if you don't really create a lot of damage, he was able to open you more.
Wait, I think he's the best of all time at switching directions.
Yeah,
like
100%.
he can take your forehand and find line, or it was safe.
In terms of control, ball control.
Yeah,
I think he's the best I ever played and I ever saw.
His answer of the relationship he has with the Serb and the Swiss perhaps best reflects how they behaved when they were bitter opponents on the court. As rivals, they showed the world that they can be the greatest rivals and at the same time be colleagues. The three superstars dominated professional men's tennis for around 2 decades, winning a combined total of 66 major singles titles to date. Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic are all considered to be among the very best players of all time, and the trio enjoyed fascinating rivalries with each other. Spanish icon Nadal dominated on clay. Federer excelled on grass and hard courts, but Djokovic is viewed by most as being the better all-round player. Djokovic never seemed to receive the same love and respect as the Nadal duo, though, despite surpassing them for the most Grand Slam titles. The Serbian, who is the last remaining active player of the three legends, clinched 4 more major trophies than Federer and 2 more than Nadal.